So it's well known that stress is a major contributor to what feels like out-of-control hair pulling. Is it any wonder then that a major subgroup of our clientele are students, some elementary, but most are middle, high school, and college students? Now, if you are the parent of a young person who's in school, or maybe you're a student yourself, chances are you've certainly seen or experienced this. There's probably nothing worse than a young person who's by themselves, anxious, stressed, overwhelmed, or all of the above, with no real plan, no real outlet for those terribly uncomfortable feelings or sensations. And unfortunately, the more stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed the student, the less productive they are, right? They're tight. Instead of directing their energy into clear, composed thought, the vast majority of their energy is being wasted, just trying to keep all that tension under wraps. No wonder they have such a hard time with school. They don't have any energy left for it. The real insidious part about this, though, is that this is really a vicious cycle. The more stressed the student is, the more they struggle to get their work done. And the harder it is to get their work done, the longer it takes. And the longer it takes, the more stressed they are. And the more stressed they are, well, you get the idea. It's not good. So what do you do about this? I'll tell you what you do. You put it all in perspective. That's what you do. In short, if you're a student, this video is intended to help you get your priorities straight. And when you've actually really, truly done that, you're going to feel a ton of weight come off your shoulders. And if that could happen, if you could find some way, any way at all, to let go of all that stress, pressure, and overwhelm, how much better of a student do you think you'd actually be? Probably a lot better, simply because you're so much more relaxed now. So how are we going to make this happen? Well, that's what we want to help you with today. Stay tuned. Okay, so let me start by pointing something out that you may or may not have been aware of, and that is, school-related stress is not actually inevitable. It's not something that has to happen. In fact, generally speaking, stress is not something you get, it's something you do. See, like anything else, school or whatever about it is stressful to you personally. It's only stressful based on the decisions we each make about it. Okay? School is only stressful based on how we think about school and all that goes with it. Having worked with hundreds of young people, most of them students, I think the challenge is that young people place far too much weight or emphasis on their grades. Now, parents often have a role in this, but I have to tell you, it's not just parents. All too often, you know what? It's the student that places an inordinate amount of pressure on themselves to perform at the highest possible level. Sometimes the highest, very highest level. Like I got to get 100% every time. Now, where these students get these kinds of values, I don't really know. But when we ask clients, if they were to know what's so important to them about their grades, you know what they say? Well, they think the better their grades, the better chance they'll have to be able to get to the next level, whatever that may be for them, whether it's college or perhaps grad school. And why do they want that? Well, they think it's going to get them a great job one day. And why do they want that great job? Well, usually it's because they think that's what's ultimately going to get them to the promised land, however they think of that. Yes, I'm talking about the American dream. The American dream is to get great grades so you can go to a great school and get a great job, make a lot of money, live in a big house with your husband or your wife and your family. And if you have that, that's the American dream, right? And why? Because they think that's what's going to make them happy. So the irony of this, they're stressing out like this every single day, sometimes to the point of becoming physically, psychologically, or emotionally sick, sometimes downright debilitated, so that one day they can have this thing that, honestly, they're just assuming all this is going to lead to, which is happiness, right? They're doing all this, they're going through all this so that one day, God knows how many years from now, they can have a feeling, what they think is going to be happiness. But you know what? If what you want is happiness, you can have that right now. You don't have to wait till you're 30, 40, or 50 years old to have that. You can have that right now. Want to know how? Do this little exercise with me. Take just a moment, and I want you to think about the last time you were really, really happy about something. Take all the time you need to think about that. Go through your memories. Recall a time when you were just thrilled to be where you were. Maybe you were someplace you really loved. Maybe you were on a vacation or something. Maybe someone surprised you with a really nice gift. Maybe you were in the arms of someone you really love. Maybe you were victorious in a contest or a competition or something. Maybe you were at a concert and the band starts up and it's the very first song, and you know how you're feeling at that point, don't you? I've been there, I've done that. Yeah, surrounded by all that power and all that sound, right? Or maybe it was the last time you found yourself sitting or lying down outside in your backyard on a perfect, warm, breezy afternoon with nothing to have to do right now. Close your eyes and imagine yourself back there again. You're right back there again in your own body. You're what we call fully associated to the experience. You're looking through your own two eyes. You're seeing what you're seeing. You're hearing what you're hearing. And most importantly, you're feeling what you're feeling as you're right there again, right now. It's all around you. And notice how you feel. Notice how amazing you feel. That's right. Take all the time you need with that. Just right back into the midst of that experience. Feel how great that feels. And when you're ready, feel free to come on back, right back into the room with us, right here, right now. Take all the time you need. That's right, very good. Now I have a question for you. What was that like? What was that like for you? Did you discover that, that did feel pretty good? I guess you can feel good. You can feel happy as you want to feel anytime you want. You don't have to wait 30 years to have that. You can feel good, you can feel happy, you can feel satisfied, fulfilled, whatever it might be for you, anytime you want, just by controlling and directing where you place the focus of your mind. Now, just to be clear, if you're a student, I'm not suggesting that you drop everything and just quit school and just let life happen to you. It doesn't really work that way either. I want you to go to school. I want you to have all these great things one day. But what's crucial is that you keep all this in perspective. A great school and a great job are great, but they're not the only path to happiness, fulfillment, and satisfaction. And perhaps the most important thing I can say to you is this. You have got to place your own health and happiness above achievement. You have to put yourself above all this other stuff you think you need to get. You have to decide that your health, your happiness, your well-being, those are the most important things in life. How you feel is really important, not the things you have. After all, what good is having all the stuff, all the achievements, the title, the position, the big house, whatever, if you're just miserable all the time? Is it really worth driving yourself into the ground, maybe for years? If you're not sure about this, why don't you ask your parents? Especially if you think, they're the ones who are pressuring you to do really well in school. Ask them what they think. Maybe you're doing all this because you think they'll be disappointed in you if you don't make it to the top of the class or if you don't get into this or that college or professional school. Ask them what they really want for you. You know what I think they'll say to you? With some exceptions. I think what they'll say is that, the truth is they don't really care what exactly you do for a living or where you go or who you're with or how exactly you spend your time as an adult. As long as you're truly happy. I'm a parent. My son's almost 14 years old. And like many parents, I have my own dreams of my son growing up to be, a successful doctor or a lawyer or maybe a business owner. But you know what I really care about? And this is the God's honest truth. All I really care about is that whatever he does, he becomes a happy, healthy, resourceful adult. And that he's genuinely happy with his life and what he's doing with his life. That's all. So the bottom line, my message to you today is that I hope you can get to this place where you realize, you truly believe that you are the most important. You as a person, your feelings, not your achievements, not the things you have, not your title, but you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to be able to notify you when we have new content, more helpful videos coming your way. And of course, feel free to share this video or this channel with anyone or any online support groups you think would benefit from it. And you know what? Go ahead and hit that reply button below and leave us a comment. Talk to us. What kind of things rang a bell for you as you watch this video? If you're watching this video on our Facebook community page, please leave a comment there. We'd love to meet and chat with you. Also, please do be sure to like and subscribe. When you do that, it really helps us out in our ability to continue to bring you new, helpful content every couple of weeks or so. Our goal, our purpose is simple. We're here to entertain, inform, and most importantly, to empower you to begin taking control of your hair pulling activity in ways you probably never thought possible before. And of course, if you or a loved one have been struggling with trichotillomania and you've been looking for meaningful help that'll actually work this time, look no further. Over the many years my wife Glay and I have been doing this work, we've got hundreds and hundreds of satisfied clients and literally dozens of testimonials available for you to look at from folks who at one time were just like you and who are now finally free from what surely felt like slavery to chronic hair pulling. If you want to check out these testimonials, head on over to our website at www.trick-free.com. If you'd like to reach out to us directly, you can always write to us at relief@trick-free.com, or you can feel free to call us at any time of day or night, toll-free, at 833-TRICK-FREE. I'm Robert Mantell with the Trichotillomania Relief Specialist. Thank you so much for watching. Here's wishing you an amazing trick-free week.